So I call this 140th meeting of the Council, I said Commission of the Council, to order. And I'd like to welcome all Council members who are here present. And as I said, welcome all heads of state and government. I'll deliver my opening remarks, and thereafter we will confirm the agenda of this meeting. Your Excellency Musafaki Mahamat, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, Your Excellency Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations, Your Excellencies, members of the Peace and Security Council, and Your Excellency Felix Tshisekedi, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Your Excellency Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, Your Excellency President João Lourenço, President of the Republic of Angola, and Your Excellency President William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya. And ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this, the 1140th meeting of the African Union Peace and Security Council, held at heads of state and government level. And I'd like to thank the AU Commission for facilitating this meeting. The PSC is meeting to consider the situation in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. This is in the broader context of the Peace and Security Cooperation Framework for the DRC and the region, which was signed on the 24th of February 2013. The aspiration of the framework was to usher in peace, security, stability, and development in the DRC and the Great Lakes region as a whole. 10 years since it was signed, the Eastern DRC continues to experience periodic cycles of conflict and violence. We agree that the volatile security situation in the Eastern DRC has gone on for far too long and is clearly untenable. We cannot but be troubled by this humanitarian catastrophe that continues to unfold. We cannot but be horrified to see people being butchered, women and girls being violated, and by the blatant violations of human rights and the rules of engagement in conflict. The current cycle of violence is even more worrying and is being fueled by the resurgence of the armed group M23 that was thought to have been dismantled in 2013-2014. The AU Peace and Security Council is essentially charged with the prevention, the resolution, and management of conflicts in Africa. We must redouble our efforts to resolve this dire situation, working in close collaboration with regional processes. In 2022, the Council held 2 meetings on the situation in Eastern DRC. The Council called for an evaluation of the implementation of the Peace, Security and Cooperation Framework to enhance its effectiveness. the Council must take actionable decisions and steps to address challenges emanating from lack of implementation of the framework. If it is not fully implemented in both letter and spirit, the security situation in the Eastern DRC will continue to present challenges. Political will from all parties to the framework, from the government of the DRC, from the region, from the AU, and from the international community is key to the effective implementation of the framework. I wish to commend the efforts of His Excellency President Lorenzo in mediating between the DRC and the Republic of Rwanda, as mandated by the May 2022 Extraordinary Summit of the African Union. We will later hear a further report from President Lorenzo, flowing from a meeting, a rather long meeting that took place recently. We also commend the East African community for their efforts to assist, resulting in the deployment of the East African Community Regional Force. This Council must encourage the parties to the cooperation framework, particularly the governments of the DRC and the Republic of Rwanda, to focus on the following. Firstly, honoring their commitments contained in the cooperation framework. Secondly, exercising total restraint and de-escalation of the conflict. Thirdly, embarking on genuine dialogue. And fourthly, expeditiously implementing the outcomes of the Luanda and Nairobi processes. And fifthly, the withdrawal from the Eastern DRC of foreign armed groups. And seventhly, urging all signatories and guarantors of the cooperation framework to ensure full enhancement of the regional oversight and ad hoc verification mechanisms to deal with security concerns. Your Excellencies, it is critical that we redouble our efforts to address the root causes of the conflict. This means combating the illegal exploitation of various resources, especially mineral resources, fighting corruption, money laundering, and organized crime. More needs to be done to build the institutional capacity of regional border management and control, as well as regional justice and law enforcement agencies. With regards to gender-based violence, we call on the UN system to continue to provide capacity and technical assistance for state institutions to maintain standards of accountability concerning sexual and gender-based violence, and to strengthen the legal framework for the fight against impunity. We have set ourselves an ambitious goal to silence the guns across our beloved continent, Africa. To achieve this goal, we must show zero tolerance for current and emerging conflicts and redouble our efforts to resolve these conflicts. This should be our focus mission. This is what future generations of this continent expect from us as leaders who are gathered here. I therefore sincerely want to thank you for being present in this meeting as we commence the meeting of the Council. With those words, I thank you